Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel Igama lami uNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. If it is your first time here and you really like the content, do not forget to press the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you want to be a VIP member of this family, do not forget to press the join button. It will tell you what to do. Okay, it's only 20 rands a month. Okay, it's not a lot. Anyway, you guys, listen. Remember, back in December 2023, we are going back to 2023 because we remember when you guys used to fight us in the comment section. Remember, Zahara was admitted in the hospital because she wasn't well. And while she was lying in the hospital and she wasn't getting better, a lot was happening with her family, or a lot was being reported about her family, more especially her sisters. Okay, remember the reported shopping spree that they went on with Amakatiga Zahara, and then they reported that the fiance had to call the bank so that they could stop the cards because they were busy shopping for fake brand clothes. And when we were reporting on that story, there were some of you in the comment section saying, no, kudlalwa ngosisi bakaZahara, bayagulelwa bona, why is it in the comment section. Remember, there were even people in the comment section saying, Mina, I know these sisters, I go to church with them, they are very good people. You remember? If you don't remember, we remember, because we were the ones that were reading the comment section. Leave Zahara's family alone. Leave Zahara's sisters alone. You remember? After that, you guys, Zahara passed away. May her soul rest in peace, and I'm sure she's resting in peace, okay? Because she doesn't have to deal with all of the stuff that we have to deal with in this world, and one of those things is death, okay? Is equalate, okay? She doesn't have to deal with any of that. She's sitting next to the Lord and singing Loli, okay? So Zahara passes away. After she passed away, there were also reports that the sisters, not even a month after that, they were distributing Zahara's clothes. They were even wearing Zahara's clothes, taking photos wearing her clothes. And then we were like, this looks weird, because you're supposed to wait for some time before you actually use, the family members' clothes and all of that. And people are like, no, in the Xhosa culture, you can take the clothes and use them at the same time. But we're like, hey, but it's still weird, okay? Even if the culture says take it the same day, but just some respect for like a month or two, so there were things that were very weird about the situation, okay? But let Zahara rest in peace. And we were like, yes, Zahara is resting in peace, but the sisters are here acting funny. Can't we talk about this? And you guys were like, no, leave the sisters alone. They are born again, they are church people, okay? Now I'm going to tell you what the church people are busy with, okay? Now I'm going to talk about what the church people are doing. So, last week or the week before that, you guys, I did a story where they were talking about this concert that Zahara's sisters are planning to have in the Eastern Cape, because they are trying to save Zahara's house. Because, you guys, while Zahara is in the hospital, it was reported that EFF had donated money when Zahara was struggling with debt and she was about to lose her house. EFF had donated 100,000 rands towards, payments for the house so that they could rescue Zahara. But the funny thing is that after Zahara had passed away, we found out that the house had already been auctioned off. So the 100,000 that was paid by EFF actually didn't save Zahara's house. So all of us were left wondering, what happened to the 100,000? Because even EFF confirmed that yes, they did give 100,000 rand. They just didn't want to, make it a big deal and tell the people about it. But when it came out, they confirmed. They were like, yeah, we did give Zahara 100,000 rand. But afterwards, we found out the house had already been auctioned in November, before Zahara even got sick, okay? Now, you guys, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I reported that the sisters were planning this concert where they were asking artists that knew Zahara and loved Zahara to come and perform at these concerts, and they were only going to pay them a small amount so that they can save the house, because the people that bought the house had given them an option. Number one, when Zahara was in the hospital, they let them stay in the hospital. they let them stay in the house when they had already bought the house, because they understand the situation. They're like, listen, we didn't buy this house for domestic purposes, for us to live in it. It was like business. It was like investment for them. Like, they deal in properties. They were like, okay, you can stay. Then after the funeral, they're like, hey guys, Pella, we do need to. And then they extended the time period that they gave them to stay in the house. But after some time, they're like, guys, make a plan now. We are losing money in this house because nobody's paying for water, nobody's paying for nothing in this house. So the sisters are like, you know what? We are going to buy the house back. We are trying to raise money to buy the house back. And then the people that had bought the property were like, okay, no, it's okay. If you're going to raise the money, it's okay. We'll give you the first option to buy the house back. So they waited. Now, the sisters don't have the money to buy the house. So what they decided they were going to do is organize this concert where artists are going to come and, perform, and they were going to raise money to save the house. Now I'm wondering, why are you saving the house? You have a home back at, they have a home back in the Eastern Cape that if they wanted to spend money on, they can fix or whatever. But the home looked like a proper home, you guys. I didn't even think that, she had a beautiful home. I think she did help her mom to, she left her mom in a good setup, in Dlagubongayiboni, right? But anyway, I was like, why are you saving this home? You need to take care of your mom at home because Zahara is no longer around, who was the one who was taking care of the mother. Why would you want to be saving this house? It wasn't making sense. But anyway, I did that story just to say, guys, the sisters are organizing a concert to save the house. It didn't make sense. Now, you guys, listen. Now, the sisters are clabanning now. The sisters are clabanning now because now the other sister is not telling the other sister what's going on when it comes to this concert. And now they are starting to think there's something funny with this concert. Because what are you going to do? You're going to raise money and go buy the house that's already been auctioned off. Save it for Zahara that has already passed away. Something is funny. Okay. So there is a source. A source close to the family is telling all of the news. Okay, as far as this concert is concerned, because hey, the people are clabanning now when it comes to this concert. Remember, even Vusi Nova had confirmed that yeah, he has been asked to perform at the concerts. They said they were going to pay him a small amount, but since Zahara is his best friend, he is going to perform for free. Okay. And you guys, there's something that Vusi Nova said that I thought was interesting. He was like, when Zahara passed away, I promised that I was going to take care of her family, and I've done the best that I can. And he made it sound like he's done the best, but they still want more. So I was like, hey, that's going to great econ. Okay. So anyway, Zahara was Shonela on December. She's resting in peace. We're not talking about Zahara, we're talking about the sister or the sisters. Okay, so they're saying here Zahara's sister Zobandezwa Mkutukana, and I'm reading from my laptop, that's why I'm looking this way. And Lumka Mkutukana recently announced that they will be hosting a music concert sometime this month at the Orient Theatre in East London to save her home in Little Falls, Rotterport. Okay, Bandezwa said the family will not afford to pay the artists to perform at the concert as they did not have the money, but they would only pay half the fee. But I don't know where they will get even the half the fees. So the event will be hosted by radio and TV personality Lusanda Mbana. The event will be on the lineup of the concert will be Zahara's friend Vusi Nova, Unathi Mankai, Khanyisa Sibuka, Ubutho Vutela, and Ivory Sikep. Listen, you guys, they could do a concert anyway in memory of Zahara, and if they wanted to raise money for Zahara's mom, they could. I just don't understand why they're doing the concerts to save the house. Okay, Zumoja understands that the house was auctioned before Zahara passed away before Zahara passed on. Okay, and Martin Baker, who bought the house, allowed her to stay in it for a couple of months while she tried to raise the funds to buy it back. According to a source, the family is now divided because Ubandezwa one of the sisters is running the show alone, and is said to have not consulted any of them about trying to raise the money in the name of saving the house. Okay. Sources close to the situation accused Bandezo of being greedy and wanting to benefit financially from Zahara's name. I feel like that, you guys. Something is funny here. I feel like maybe this concert will take place, but the money is not going to go to the house because they're probably not going to raise enough to buy the house back. But even if they did, I don't think that they're going to end up buying the house. But maybe she's hoping people are not going to follow up and check if she really buys the house back. Meanwhile, Zahara's band has not received any communication, because if anybody's going to be performing for free, maybe even the band can come and play, you know, for free. One band member said that it's bad how they have been excluded as people who were close to Zahara. We worked with her from the start of her career, and we only hear about the said concerts in the media, said the band member. Zemoja has learned that the family of Loliwe Hitmaker is divided in participation of the concert. Listen, you guys, okay? I'm sure that Zahara's fiance is a prayer warrior, okay? You know, like when you have enemies that are really like close together and they come together to become your enemies, and you're like one day, and then one day you see them fight and you're like, there is a God. So, okay, but the source alleges that Bandezo fired everyone who worked with Zahara, and even excluded Zahara's manager, Oyama Dosiba, who is also their cousin in planning of the said concert. Okay, why would she sideline people who had Zahara's best interest as the source? Another source said that Bandezo has no clue about Zahara's wishes because they did not get along. You know that family member that doesn't like you? You know that one? Think about her. Think about her or him. The family member that you know for sure doesn't like you. You know that family member? She will be wanting to speak at your funeral. That's what they do. She'll be wanting to speak at your funeral. She'll be crying more than the others. She'll be crying more than the others. At your funeral. She knew what kind of a person she was. In fact, in one of my calls with Zahara, this person, if you know the family, you know who this person is. In fact, in one of my calls with Sisi Zahara before she died, she asked me to keep her hospitalization private. She said the only people who should know about her hospitalization should only be her mom, her sister Ulumka, and Mphoxaba, Zahara's fiance, and Oyama. The source added Zemoja reached out to Zahara's manager and cousin Oyama, and he said that he had no knowledge of the contract and wants nothing to do with it. Bandezo admitted that the house was sold, but says that they are hoping to buy it back because to them it is Zahara's memory. Okay. She also denied firing people. We did not fire anyone from the band. We are still in communication, she said. Okay, so that's what's going on. So you people who were saying, leave Zahara's sisters alone. These people are church-going people. We go to church with them. They are innocent. Leave them alone. Should we leave them alone? Something is funny with this concert. We will see what happens. I don't know. Vusinova will probably, even if the other artists don't show up, I'm sure Vusinova will show up because I feel like he's very committed to being that loyal friend to Zahara. And whatever the family needs, he's going to make sure that they get the help. Okay? Anyway, if you're asking me why I'm speaking like this, it's because people are sleeping and Minangi busy gossip. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before you're gonna share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Abantu bayasnora khona lapho. Hey, ngizoze be subject of gossip, but hey, he was snoring in the back while she was gossiping.